Novelist Jennifer Hills travels from New York City to Louisiana to work on her next book in privacy. The gas station attendant, Johnny Miller, gives her directions to her rented cabin when she gets lost. He embarrasses himself by trying to flirt with her. When the cabin's plumbing becomes clogged, it is fixed by Matthew Duncan, a stuttering plumber with an intellectual disability. She rewards him with an abrupt kiss of gratitude. Matthew tells Johnny and his friends Andy Cheransky and Stanley Woods about what happened with Jennifer. Johnny, whose ego was bruised after the gas station incident, decides that Jennifer is snobbish and needs to be taught a lesson. That night, the four men sneak into the cabin to taunt and assault her, although Matthew refuses to participate. She escapes into the woods and bumps into the local sheriff, Storch, and Earl, the owner of the cabin. Storch takes Jennifer back to the cabin, but when he finds her drugs and alcohol, he casts doubt on her story. After Johnny, Matthew, Andy, and Stanley return, all five men gang rape her, including an initially reluctant Matthew, who thus loses his virginity. Stanley records everything with his video camera. Afterward, just as Storch is about to shoot her dead, a naked and degraded Jennifer falls into the river to escape. Jennifer begins to stalk her rapists in order to learn details of their lives. Stanley tells Andy and Johnny that his camera has been stolen, along with the videotape of the assault. Storch intercepts a videotape sent to his wife and confronts the men to find out who sent it. Johnny and Andy suspect Matthew. When they go hunting, Storch shoots and kills Earl, fearing that he may be a loose end. If an investigation results from the disappearance of Jennifer, who has been missing for a month at this point. Earl had earlier told Sheriff Storch that a woman named Barbara had been calling asking about Jennifer, and that the sheriff may have been the last person to see her. Matthew enters an abandoned cabin and encounters Jennifer, who, despite his apology, strangles him unconscious. She captures Stanley in a bear trap, ties him to a tree, smears fish guts on his face, and then leaves his camera to record crows pecking out his eyes, which she pinned open with fish hooks. She then drowns Andy and burns his face off in a lye bathtub. Next, she ties Johnny to the rafters of an abandoned house and uses pliers to pull out his teeth and a pair of pruning shears to emasculate him, leaving him to bleed to death. While torturing them, she repeats the taunts all of the men had used on her. Jennifer visits Storch's wife, posing as their daughter Chastity's new teacher. She takes the daughter to the park, and, when Storch tracks her there, she knocks him unconscious. When he wakes up, Jennifer stuffs his shotgun into his anus and reminds him that she was just as innocent as his own daughter. She attaches one end of a string to the trigger and the other end to the wrist of the still unconscious Matthew, who is seated in front of Storch, and leaves the premises. When Matthew wakes up, he sees the bound sheriff and tries to move, triggering the shotgun, which fires a round through Storch's anus and mouth before hitting Matthew in the chest, killing both men. Sitting outside on a branch, Jennifer hears the gunshots and smiles.